interesting turnouts. Good afternoon, who's joining us today. Today we are also joined by Nombali yet again. She is our IT graduate that has experience in programming languages such as Python, C++, and JavaScript. She is an 8-time hackathon winner, and she's going to showcase a tool that we can benefit from in social sciences. Take it away, Nombali.
Thank you so much, Cindy. Good afternoon, everyone. I hope we're doing well. So I'm going to just take you through Stawberry AI with project management, right? So let me just quickly share my screen. All right. Okay. So I hope you can see my screen. So today we're going to use an integration of Stawberry AI and Jira. So Jira is a very commonly used platform for project management, and it also has a lot of built-in tools that will help you. So for today, I will be taking you through a demo. So just for context, right? As a project manager, you'd have meetings with your different colleagues, right? And of course, you'd come up with meeting notes. So here's an example. I have some dummy meeting notes that have been compiled. Whether it's your note taker in your video conferencing, or if it's handwritten, you can always type them out. So these are the meeting notes. These are the deliverables that I needed for this given project. And the project manager is Sarah. So basically, it's all of the items that need to be done for this specific project. So what I will do with Stawberry over here, I will paste these meeting notes, right? So the purpose of this is to cut down the time that a project manager would have to plan and allocate tasks, etc. So just to, okay, I've pasted the meeting notes. Then to go back to Jira over here, Jira has different tabs, right, for tracking your tasks. So you have your to-do, your in progress, your in review, follow up, and your done tasks. And on Jira, you can invite your teammates so that you can collaborate and delegate tasks to your team, right? So I've given Stawberry, I think it's this tab, my notes, right? So then what I'll ask it to do is to create tasks on Jira for me, and then allocate the tasks to the team members as well. So let me just quickly get my prompt, because I prepared prompts beforehand for us. Right, so the prompt is, please process these meeting notes, extract all action items with owners and due dates, create Jira tickets for each one, and draft a follow-up email to all attendees summarizing decisions and next steps. So I'm going to paste that in here, and let's see Stawberry work its magic. All right, so it's thinking, it's planning. Then it will tell me how long it's going to take to do this task and how many tokens it's going to take, right? So I'm just going to give it a few more seconds to process what I just asked. Oh, I forgot to specify. So I can also specify that I have the Jira open in another tab. So let me just tell it. I have Jira open on another tab. Oh, it seems like it already picked it up. That's very nice. So it has started checking out my Jira board. So I'll refer to this as a Jira board. And it is planning as to how it's going to execute the task that I gave it. So it's going to take a few seconds. So while this is running in the background, right, I want to take you guys through the plans for Stawberry. So I'm currently using the free plan. I've just been blessed by Stawberry with extra tokens for the purpose of demoing with you guys. So there are different plans, right? currently I am using the free plan, so you get 2,000 credits per month and you can use it for tasks. The disadvantage of this one is that you have work limits. So if you abuse your Stawberry, give it lots of work to do, eventually it will tell you, I am tired, I can't go on with this work. Please wait for 2 hours or so. Then the nice part about the next plan, the intern plan, you get more credits and you get 4 times more usage than the free. So it will tell you at a later stage, as much as you give it a lot of tasks, that it's tired. So it will work longer and for more things that you need than the free plan. Then you have the part-timer. Part-timer, of course, it comes with more benefits, no session limit. So this one you can work it 24/7 with no issues. So here it says delegate 15 to 20 hours of work per week to AI. So you don't have to actively be prompting. You can just give it routines to say on Monday, please do this task, on Tuesday, do this task, and it will automatically do that without your intervention and send you emails as soon as it's done with its given tasks. Then we have the full-time one. This one works like a full-time employee. You get more credits and no session limits. So in the chat, they helped me by posting the links that you guys can use. I'll just try and see if I can access them. Yes, so we have the paid version if you're interested in the paid version, right? And with this specific link, you'll get 10% off of the paid version. And then if you just want to navigate and explore the app, you can use this link over here. All right, so let us see what Stawberry has done. Okay, so it says I can see it, your instance, yes, okay. I have to connect it, but it will be able to do the task regardless. So, okay, it has noted that some of the tasks are overdue, which is not an issue. It's a dummy meeting notes. So then let us see. Okay, which project should I create? I'm going to select this one, Team Astro. And then for the follow-up, I'm going to give it my personal email since the people in the team, it's a dummy meeting notes. And then should I connect? Okay, for now it can use the web browser. So I've given it the instructions and then let's see it do its thing. All right, let's see how long it's going to take. Like I said, when you give it a task, it will tell you how many credits it will take and how long it will take to do that given task. Sometimes Strawberry will ask you to take some actions. It will prompt you to say yes or no, or whether it should proceed with something specific or not. So as it is thinking, I do have another example that we can use. So I'm going to open a new tab. And remember, Strawberry works exactly like your normal browser. So here I'm going to just search Jira again, and then I'll open, because I don't want to disturb this tab over here. Oops, I opened the wrong one. Sorry, give me a second. Okay, so Jira, there we go. So with this one that I'm going to do, I'm going to set up a new space, right? So in the meantime, in the background, Strawberry is running something in this tab. So we are creating a new team or a new space on Jira. So the purpose of this is for me to be able to ask it to do a separate task, and I want to give it a task that would apply to anyone that has to plan maybe an event, right? So here you'll create a new space, you choose the template that you want. For this, we will use Kanban so that you can track everything that you need to track. I'll use the template. Then I'll say event planning, right? Then I'm going to say team managed because I need to invite my teammates to collaborate. So then there's access as well. So I'm going to say limited, right? Okay, the key is just how it's represented inside of your Jira board. Then you will select next. And then, okay, so you can select work types. So the different work types, there are tasks, there are stories, features if you're doing code, and bug for code, right? I think I'll keep it as is. Then there are different statuses. So there's to do, in progress, in review, and done. So I'll add another one and I'll call it follow up, because with something you need to follow up, right? All right, and then I'll just move this one to move before the done. So I can just proceed. Then, okay, so I already have a teammate inside of my team in my space. So this is my personal email. Then I can dedicate a role as well. All right, there we go. So now we have the event planning, right? So for this specific prompt that I'm going to use, I'll open the chat on the same page, right? The earlier one, I opened it on a separate tab, but you can interact with Stawberry on specific pages as well. So for event planning, I will give it a scenario and then it will help me plan that event. So let me just get my sample. All right. So, give me a second. So basically with this one, I'm going to ask Stawberry to plan or help me plan an event that was requested by a client, right? So I'm just having a look. I had prepared something beforehand. Okay. All right. Just give me a second. Let me just check on the other prompt that we're working on as well. All right, so it's still busy processing. Okay, so in my prompt, I had asked it to create an email, right? So draft the follow-up email to all attendees and summarize decisions and next steps. It has done that. So like I said, you have to give it permission to do certain things. So it has asked me for permission to create the draft email. So I'm going to allow it. And this is how it looks. So hi team, thank you for joining. And then it has the action items as well in the email. Yes. So the draft has been saved and then it will be scheduled to send at a specific time. So it is still trying to work on the task I gave it over here. So we'll just give it a moment to do so. All right, so we're back on this tab. So, okay. So like I said, here we're planning an event, right, at Monte Casino. So I have another meeting transcript or meeting notes. So I'm going to just bring them to the screen because I have it on a different tab. And then I'll show you guys the meeting notes and the prompt that I'll be using. All right, so this was the first one. And then this is the second one, right? So the meeting notes, this is for people that are not non-technical because you have different use cases for project management. So the meeting notes say that Mrs. Lamini has confirmed an event date as 25th of July at Monte Casino. She wants a formal sit-down dinner for approximately 120 guests with a jazz band and a 15-minute welcome speech from the CEO. So it has all the details that the client has given to us to set up the event. Let me get the other information quickly. All right, so then there are further instructions, right, for Stawberry. I'm just going to bring them to this tab again. So the further instructions, it says all team members to submit their section updates to Lerato every Friday by 3 p.m. So this is the prompt we're going to use. Please process these meeting notes Extract all action items with owners and due dates, create Jira tickets for each one, and draft a follow-up email to all attendees summarizing decisions and next steps. So let me give this to Strawberry. Oops. All right. Okay, so I'm back over here. And then I just need to go back to this tab because I didn't copy everything. Okay. So I'm going to run it on the side over here. And then it will probably ask me if I would like to give it permission for certain things as well. Then let's go back here. Okay. All right, it did not populate. Let's see. I just want to check where it created. Oh, okay. So my previous tab, it didn't reflect, but here it managed to create a task, right? So I'll just open the tasks side by side. So over here, it says redesign onboarding sequence and deliver wireframes. So it has created a task heading and then the description and who flagged it, right? So this is Mark flagged that the current onboarding flow asks users to set up their profile, etc. And then it has put a priority for this task. And then an assignee, you can manually put in the assignee of who's supposed to take care of this task, has a due date, and then it has a sprint as well attached to it. All right. Still trying to see why it's not reflecting here, but it's not a train smash. Let me see our other tab for the event planning. All right, so it has asked me for permission to do something. So let me allow. All right, so it's going to be working on that task. Then I'll go back to this tab over here. And then I just want to have a look here. All right, so over here, it highlighted the high priority items. So then this is the other one, provide CRM API documentation to James. And then it has created that and then set up a mid-sprint update project budget tracker. So, all right, here we go. I'm going to instruct it, add those tasks to the main Jira board because it did not do that. And then I'll go back to this one over here. All right, so I've allowed it to do the tasks that it asked for. So we'll just give it a second or two to do that. So it has analyzed everything. It can see that the board is open. Action items it extracted are the following from the meeting notes. And now it's creating the 6 tickets on the Jira board. So we'll just give it a few seconds to do so. Okay, let me say connect. Okay, so I'm giving it privileges to connect to my Jira board. All right. So it's going to work its magic. But in the meantime, you're welcome to ask questions if there are any while the agent runs its work.
Hi, Nombali. I just have one quick question. At some point, you showed us that it had created a sprint.
Yes.
Explain what's a sprint.
So if I can put a sprint in a very simple term, it would be like a meeting that you would have to discuss progress from whatever work you were doing. So an example I can make today, I have dedicated tasks given to me. I have to work on them. Then next week we have a sprint. Like a sprint is like a very short meeting where you just briefly discuss or showcase the work that you worked on. So in context at UJ, we would have sprints for our development projects. So with code features, and then we showcase them to our tutors or to our lecturer. They give us feedback on what we should fix or any next steps that we have to take. So in a nutshell, yeah, that's what a sprint is.
Thank you so much. So in the context of Jira, it would then suggest that you have a sprint to display the milestones that you've achieved.
Yes, yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Okay. I'm just having a look here. Okay. I know why my Strawberry is getting a bit confused. So I have two different accounts for Jira. So it's using my work one as well. And I don't want to open my work one. So let me just tell it to
We don't want
continue
that.
using this one. Okay. Event planning one, yes. And then let me open the event one. Yeah, I can see that it got confused. But yeah, so it's going to just populate the correct tab now. Then let me see this one. Okay. All right. Are there any other questions that I can take? I'll just open the other tasks that it made earlier on.
Feel free to unmute anyone and ask a question or text us.
Okay, see. All right. I guess there are no questions, but we can just quickly let it finish off the task. Okay, as it is busy with its task, Jira, we use it here at our office to do project management. So it's a different application or website on its own. So you just integrate it with Strawberry, of course. And as a project manager, like I explained in the beginning, you'll have meeting notes or you'll have any task that you need to delegate. And usually the process of delegating and writing down notes and allocating tasks or using a traditional way of creating tasks on a spreadsheet would take hours. But with Strawberry, you can simply give it your meeting notes and then give it instructions. Oh, there we go. You give it instructions to create tasks. You can also instruct it to delegate to the people in your team and then also put the priority for each task. So it has also put due dates for some of the projects over here. So I'll just open one, the first one. So you can just double click on it. So design invitation draft with Meridian Group branding. So the owner is David from marketing team. So the instruction is to design the invitation for the annual client appreciation dinner, the requirements, the event details, the location, etc. So then here you can assign it to someone specific to do it. You can assign it to yourself if you're the one responsible for this specific ticket, or you can assign it to someone else, right? You can also add a due date. If it's flexible, you don't need to add the due date. So Strawberry literally took my meeting notes and made meaningful tickets for people to follow. So then this one, it's for the project manager. PM is for project manager. So the project manager needs to schedule the follow-up call with Mrs. Lanini. So basically, I would put this one under follow-up. So you can drag tasks as you complete them or put them under any tab that is relevant, right? So this one is labeled as a follow-up. So I'll put it under follow-up, right? And then if, for example, I'm done with this task or I've started this task, the design invitation, I move it to in progress, right? Then when one is in review, you move it to review. When it's done, you move it to done. So maybe let's say contact catering vendors. I can move it to the done tab. Oopsie. So, or I can just simply drop down over here and move it to done. And then when I check over here, it's over here. So basically it has created our tasks, right? And then now I've run out of time, but the following prompt would have been to tell Strawberry to send me an email every day to give me progress updates on the teammates' progress with each task. So you can set it to give an email every day or every Friday. I would prefer on a Friday. So it will basically look at the Jira board. It will check which tasks are in progress, which tasks are in follow-up, which tasks have been done, and create a report for you and report to you that, okay, Nombali has done their tasks. There are maybe 13 tasks that have been done on the board. There are 3 tasks that are behind schedule. You need to give them attention. And then it will also highlight which tasks are high priority as well. So yeah, in a nutshell, that's what Strawberry can do for you with project management.
Thank you so much for this demonstration today, Nombali. If there are no questions, we will have to close it here.
All right. Thank you so much for having me today.
Thank you so much. Goodbye.
Bye.